Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be proving that 0 divided by 0 is actually equal to 2. Now make sure to stick until the end of the problem where I have 3 bonus problems that are similar to this one, which you guys can try to solve. Alright, so we have 0 over 0 is equal to 2. So for my proof, I'm going to first start with 0 over 0. So 0 over 0, well, 0 is the same thing as 1 minus 1. So now I'm going to have 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 1. Now, this is the same thing as 10 minus 10. Anything minus itself is going to equal 0. So this is the same thing as 10 minus 10 over 10 minus 10. And now this is the same thing as 100 minus 100 over 100 minus 100. So anything minus itself is equal to 0. So now 100 minus 100 over 100 minus 100, well, 100, this is equal to 10 squared. So now for my numerator here, I'm going to switch 100 as 10 squared. So now I have 10 squared minus 10 squared. However, for my denominator, this is going to be different. 100 is also the same thing as 10 times 10. Well, 10 times 10 is the same thing as 10 squared. However, I'm not going to write 10 squared. I'm just going to write 10 times 10 for my denominator. So now I have 10 times 10 minus 10 times 10. Now, if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, a is 10, and so is b. B is 10 as well. So this is going to equal 10 plus 10 times 10 minus 10. Now I have this over 10 times 10 minus 10 times 10. And now from here, I can actually factor out 10 from this. So if I factor out 10 from 10 times 10 minus 10 times 10, I get 10 times, well, 10 times 10 divided by 10 is simply 10, minus 10 times 10 divided by 10 is 10 as well. So my numerator is still 10 plus 10 over 10 minus 10. Now, as you can see, I have 10 minus 10 in my numerator and as well as my denominator. So these two can simply cancel out. So now I'm left with 10 plus 10 over 10. Now 10 plus 10 is 20. So now I have 20 over 10, which is simply equal to 2. So now I have just proved that 0 over 0 is equal to 2. So now I'm going to give you guys 3 seconds to go ahead and go back to the video. I'm going to let you guys pause the video and look back and find out where I made my mistake. Alright, so if you guys are wondering where the mistake was made, it was actually right here when I canceled out both 10 minus 10s. 10 minus 10 is actually equal to 0. So this means that I have 10 plus 10 times 0 over 10 times 0. And you can't actually divide 0 by 0 because 0 divided by 0 is actually undefined. So I can't cancel these two out because if I did, it would just be undefined. So that's actually where I made my mistake. You can't divide 0 with 0. Alright, so I have 8 to the power of 6 times 5 to the power of 5. So for my solution, 8 to the power of 6, we can rewrite as 8 to the power of 5 plus 1, because 6 is the same thing as 5 plus 1. So now I have 8 to the power of 5 plus 1 times 5 to the power of 5. Now if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is the same thing as a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So a to the power of 5 plus 1 is going to equal a to the power of 5 times a to the power of 1. Now this times 5 to the power of 5. Now if I have something in the form a to the power of m times b to the power of m, this is the same thing as a times b to the power of m. So in this case, I have a to the power of 5 times 5 to the power of 5, and because these two have the same exponents, I can multiply these two. So this is going to equal 8 times 5 to the power of 5 times 8 to the power of 1. And now 8 times 5, this is 40. So now I have 40 to the power of 5 times 8 to the power of 1. And now 40 to the power of 5, well 40, this is the same thing as 4 times 10. So now I have 4 times 10 to the power of 5 times 8. And now if I have something in the form a times b to the power of m, it's the same thing as a to the power of m times b to the power of m. So in this case, 4 times 10 to the power of 5, this is going to equal 4 to the power of 5 times 10 to the power of 5. Now I have this times 8. Now 4, this is the same thing as 2 squared. So if I replace 2 squared with 4, I get 2 squared to the power of 5 times 10 to the power of 5 times 8. Now if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is the same thing as a to the power of m times n. So 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 5, that's going to equal 2 to the power of 10, because 2 times 5 is 10. Now I have this times 10 to the power of 5 times 8. So now 8 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 3. So now I have 2 to the power of 10 times 2 to the power of 3 times 10 to the power of 5. Now if I have something from a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m plus n. So 2 to the power of 10 times 2 to the power of 3, that's going to equal 2 to the power of 10 plus 3, which is 13. So now I have 2 to the power of 13 times 2 to the power of 5. And 2 to the power of 13, this is equal to 8,192. And 10 to the power of 5, this is going to equal 1 with 5 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now if I multiply these two, 8192, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is my answer.
Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have 4 to the power of x plus 4 to the power of x plus 4 to the power of x plus 4 to the power of x equals 1024. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to factor out 4 to the power of x from the left-hand side of the equation. So if I factor out 4 to the power of x, 4 to the power of x divided by 4 to the power of x is 1. And I'm going to do the same thing with the rest of the terms. So now we have 4 to the power of x times 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And this is equal to 1024. Now 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, this is 4. And I'm still multiplying this with 4 to the power of x. And this equals 1024. Now, if you notice, these two have the same bases. And whenever I'm multiplying exponents, let's say we have a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m plus n. So 4 to the power of x times 4 to the power of 1, because 4 is equal to 4 to the power of 1, this is going to be equal to 4 to the power of x plus 1, because x in this case is m and 1 is n. And this is equal to, I'm actually going to rewrite 1024 as 2 to the power of 10. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change one of these bases so that they're the same as the other one. Because if we have two same bases, then we could just set the exponents equal to each other and solve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert 4 to 2. And 4 is actually equal to 2 squared, right? So I'm going to replace 4 here with 2 squared. And this is to the power of x plus 1. This is equal to 2 to the power of 10. Now, if we have an exponent in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is actually equal to a to the power of m times n. So we have 2 to the power of 2 to the power of x plus 1, and this is going to equal 2 to the power of 2 times x plus 1 in parentheses. Remember, it's going to be in parentheses. And this is still equal to 2 to the power of 10. Now, we're going to have to distribute this 2 to all the terms in our parentheses if we want to multiply. So now 2 to the power of x is 2x. And 2 to the power of, 2 times 1 is 2. So we have 2 to the power of 2x plus 2, and this is still equal to 2 to the power of 10. Now, if you notice, both our bases are the same, meaning our exponents have to be the same as well. So that means that we have 2x plus 2 is equal to 10. Now, if we subtract 2 on both sides, we get 2x equals 10 minus 2 is 8. And now if we divide by 2 on both sides, we get x equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. So 4 is our answer.